Hello guys and welcome. I hope that you are well. My name is UHD King, or I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K, and during this video I'm going to demonstrate F1 2018 PC game running in 16K video resolution. This is going to be the world's first 16K video resolution gameplay in F1 2018 PC game. Okay, and I'm going to go within the details. We're gonna go through all kind of different graphics presets. Before we're gonna do that, let me show you that my desktop is set to 16K video resolution as well. This is very crucial. So I'm going to use the magnifier tool, the Windows magnifier tool, the zoom tool, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Please watch this video in 8K video resolution for the best possible experience. Look at this. This is 600% zoom on the 16K video resolution display, and let me put 1000. And if you're gonna do that on 4K resolution display, everything will be so pixelated. Okay, let me right click display settings. This is for those naysayers before we're going to jump into the benchmarking of 16K video resolution in F1 2018 PC game. So 100% scale, this is very crucial because not all games will be scaling 16K video resolution if 100% scale is not set. In some of them, but a lot of them will be scaling actually. 15,360 pixels by 8,640 pixels, 132.7 megapixels. Let me close that window. Let me actually zoom out. And I'm going to today I'm going to use the Steam F1 2018, and as again, this is the world's first F1 2018 16K video resolution gameplay, 16K UHD, 16K benchmark, and it's not going to be, guys, as fast as possible. In the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and also give you a nice surprise in form of the gift. So hopefully you're watching and it's going to be the first activator, and hopefully you're going to be the first activator. But you gotta watch it as the first person or one of the first people out there. It's going to be a nice gift, so stick around as well. So a lot of value from all kind of different angles of field of view of any person will be provided throughout this video. I'm going to share a lot of details as software developer, game developer, graphics designer, 3D artist, gamer, PC hardware enthusiast, PC hardware overclocker, system engineer. So F2, by F2 I can go into the settings. I'm going to start with the lowest possible preset. Alright, I don't like the MS Afterburner font size. Let me increase that a little bit. It's too small for me, and we're gonna go ahead and increase it in a bit. Let me go ahead actually and do that. Alright, where's my mouse cursor? Right here. Alright, and I would say something like this to the maximum. Here we go, and this is the maximum font size under the 10 in MS Afterburner. Otherwise, it's not going to show up above 10 font size under the 16K video resolution, and this is 132.7 megapixels. As again, guys, I'm coming in real time. I'm not going to edit this video. Please keep that in mind. It's a single take. So as again, video mode. So 15,360 pixels by 8,640 pixels. 60 Hertz, windowed full screen. In the full screen, it's a little bit flickering some shaders, and I decided to go ahead and put into windowed full screen. It doesn't matter, it's still rendering 132.7 megapixels throughout DirectX 11 API, which is Microsoft commercial 3D rendering API. VSync is off to demonstrate the maximum amount of pixels. A frame rate limit is off to demonstrate the maximum amount of frame rate actual. And anti-aliasing will be TAA checkerboard, because when I'm disabling the anti-aliasing, the game is crashing. Let me demonstrate it to you like that. Or when I'm enabling like TAA is crashing. So the game is only runnable when the TAA check checkerboard anti-aliasing is enabled. This is the scenario after the 8K video resolution on the 8K video resolution native screen. Please keep that in mind in this particular game though. So this is a tip: if you want to run it above 8K video resolution, make sure this is check in, otherwise the game is going to crash and the error will be something with anti-aliasing. Alright, anisotropic filtering for the texture 16x, which is the maximum possible scenario. So pretty much we are going to run under the advanced setup ultra low preset, and then I'm going to increase the preset. Okay, we're gonna go to benchmark mode. The game has benchmark mode, which is great. I'm going to use the Australia clear weather type. Believe it or not, clear consumes more displaying less FPS than rain. It should be opposite, but I'm going to show first clear and then I'm going to show rain as well, just in case. Okay, we're gonna do cycles and run benchmark test, one loop. Let's go ahead and have a look. As again, it's under the clear in Australia. If you're trying to benchmark it, please use that, and I'm going to use under the rain as well. Look at this, the game looks unbelievable well, guys, on the lowest possible visual preset in 16K video resolution, because a lot of amount of pixels rendered right now in real time. It's not 32 plus megapixels per second like in 8K video resolution, but this is 132.7 megapixels rendered in real time, 4 times more than 8K video resolution. So pretty much 16K video resolution is 4 8K video resolution displays, okay, or 16 4K resolution displays, and this is rendered in real time on a single Titan RTX video card, which is Turing GPU architecture, TU102 GPU, equipped with the 24GB of the video RAM, GDDR6 by Samsung. In the end of this video, I'm going to go through my PC configuration within the details, and I'm going to underline for you why under DirectX 12 API, OpenGL 3.6 API, Vulkan 1.1 API, CUDA in 2022, OpenCL API in 2022, why the 16K video resolution is the maximum 3D word renderable resolution for those type of APIs, and pretty much the maximum visuals, the maximum graphics, the maximum resolution in PC gaming. At least this is the scenario in 2022 before they're going to release the newer APIs, but I'm pretty sure they're probably not going to include in the newer APIs like 32K or 64K video resolution. Most likely it's going to be limited to 16K video resolution 3D world rendering as a scene, but textures could be rendered in 32K video resolution in under a lot of those APIs. Please keep that in mind, guys. So it's not limited to 16K 3D texture rendering capabilities on those API. You can go all the way to 32K, but as again, not the 3D world scene rendered in 3D scene or 3D rendered in real time animated 3D visuals with the coordinates Z, X, Y. Alright guys, a 16K video resolution and my average FPS 23 FPS. The reason why I selected go with the lowest possible preset, so we're going to see at the left top corner every single value is verified and correct. At the left top corner we're going to see when the video RAM will increase and system RAM will increase as well by a lot, and this will be the clear sign when the game engine will be offloading some data from the video RAM, from the frame buffer of your video card into the system RAM, because otherwise it's going to crash with the VRAM overload. Just to keep it stable, it's going to do that, and it's going to demonstrate absolutely amazing performance on Titan RTX single video card. And keep in mind that this game supports SLI, so I'm going to demonstrate 2 Titan RTXs and SLI. And it's going to be nice to see the performance should be almost double. Alright, let's go ahead and switch now. I'm going to, under the career, press F2, settings, and graphics options. As again, video mode, and change. This video is not going to be edited, so please keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch to medium. There is no reason for us just to try after very low as low. It's probably going to be the same. So medium preset right now. Let's go ahead and accept that. As you can see, it took like 1 second to do that. So it's accepted in real time, the settings, so I don't have to reboot the game for this particular game, which is F1 Actually, let me show you as indeed. Let me go back to ultra low. Let me show you the rain. I forgot to show you guys the rain. I promised to you the heavy rain in Australia under the very low. So let's go ahead and have a look. Just as a fact, I'm going to show you the heavy rain is a little bit uh, faster than during the sunny day, and it should be opposite because a lot of post-production done in heavy rain, but they also doing a lot of post-production on the back scene throughout the beautiful clear sunny day. Please keep that in mind. This game still looks beautiful, but this is the very low presets, guys. The texture is not so sharp. As you can see, it's blurred out artificially. When I'm going to switch the presets, the texture will improve and everything will be on another level. This 16K video resolution will be on another level, but please keep in mind that very low preset under the 16K video resolution still looking impressively well. It's looking like 1080p at maximum visuals almost. Of course, we didn't see any shadows, but if you're gonna put some shadows there, it's going to be like 1080p right here, because the amount of the pixels rendered in real time, and this is not a joke, okay? Because when you're playing 1080p, that little color right there is probably going to be like 128 pixels by 128 pixels in 1080p resolution. That means that if the texture on that car is 1024 pixels by 1024 pixels and the car is rendered in 128 pixels by 128 pixels, you're not rendering those type of details. So when you are playing on the big screen such as 65 inches or above, especially on 80 inches and above, you're gonna see that everything will be blurred out. But if you're going to watch on a little screen, everything will be fine. Keep that in mind. But the higher resolution, the more details brought to the biggest screens, and you're gonna see those details, guys, especially when you're going to switch 1080p and back to 16K video resolution. You're gonna see how everything will be blurred out. It's going to look like a blur, heavy blur applied in Photoshop when you're going to switch 1080p versus the 16K video resolution. I'm going to create a video when I'm going to explain it within the details, guys. Just by switching resolution, you bring a lot of details into the rasterized image, and in our case into the 3D animated image, because this is done through the 3D animated API, 3D rendering API in real time, which is DirectX 11 API. Okay, Microsoft APIs, guys, are the best APIs when it comes to render 3D in real time. Especially DirectX 12 API is unmatched versus the Vulkan 1.1 or OpenCL or OpenGL 3.6. Please keep that in mind. Anyways, but it's not used because it's only supporting operating systems such as Windows, while other APIs supporting more than Windows operating system, so it's not that popular. Average FPS 23 FPS, as you can see, and this is within the recording on Nvidia ShadowPlay that I modified. The Nvidia driver was modified, and Nvidia ShadowPlay was hacked as well. So Nvidia ShadowPlay is recording 8K resolution without 8K resolution codec. It's forced to record 8K resolution on a Turing GPU architecture, so I'm not using that codec that was introduced in RTX 4090 video card. I'm using the brutal force, and through the RAM debugger tool, and the 8K resolution screen, but through the DSR I achieved 16K video resolution. In the end of this video, I'm going to prove to you everything is rendered just like it's going to be 16K video resolution natively. Anyways, the scenario is unchanged, as you can see, and we're going to go ahead now and switch to medium preset. Okay, here we go. Advanced settings, medium preset, and benchmark mode. I'm going to go to clear, and we're gonna go ahead and proceed. So clear and heavy rain, just in case for those naysayers. And as again, just because this is the world's first 16K video resolution, 16K gameplay, 16K benchmark in F1 2018 PC game, I decided to go ahead and include everything for you, all kind of different extras. So a lot of people will appreciate that. Go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, guys, positive comments, and in the end of this video, check out the video comments for more great videos in 16K video resolution. And follow me, guys. It's going to be a lot of great IT information and experience shared with you throughout my post blogs, websites, ideas in the future. as UHDking.com, especially when it comes to Artistic Bytes, because Artistic Bytes LLC will be producing games for the iOS devices, and I'm going to be the one who's going to be developing them, so you don't want to miss that. But before that, you know, we gotta go through the PC gaming industry a little bit and talk about it. But look at this medium preset, the game looks amazing. So this medium preset under the 16K video resolution looks like 4K resolution with the maximum visuals. Everything is so solid. The shadows, even shadows is kind of at the lowest possible preset, but just because the resolution, just because the amount of pixels, they kind of softy, as you can see, they're not hard. So it lookish under the 16K video resolution at the lowest possible shadow preset, like it is soft shadows on the maximum visuals, but it's not the maximum visuals. Imagine when I'm going to switch to the maximum softy shadows and to the maximum visuals in a few minutes. It's going to be amazing, guys. The video RAM utilization is almost 24,000 megabytes at the left top corner. Titan RTX is running stock. I'm about to overclock the Titan RTX about now, just to demonstrate you the capability when Titan RTX running stock and when it's overclocked. But as again, just because I'm recording with Nvidia ShadowPlay in real time, to the FPS you gotta add 2 FPS, exactly 2 FPS, because I already done this benchmark. So before showing to you guys, I tested myself, and 2 FPS to the results or to updates in every second to the left top corner. So average FPS 21 FPS. As again, Titan RTX right now running stock frequencies, please keep that in mind. Let me real quick demonstrate for you the heavy rain and heavy rain preset as well for those naysayers. So medium preset, and under the benchmark mode, heavy rain. And one more test on the Titan RTX running stock, and then I'm going to overclock the Titan RTX through the software real quick. It's going to be a video tutorial available over the UHDking.com for those newcomers, how to overclock any video card, or especially Titan RTX that you don't want to miss. I'm going to expose a lot of details, a lot of information, how to improve the performance on the Titan RTX video card or RTX 2080 Ti video cards, such as flagships of the Turing GPU architecture. Look at that, 20 FPS average, guys. Almost playable status over here. Definitely it's benchable status, but almost playable status. The latency delay display in MS, so that value at the left top corner in MS, it's a milliseconds latency delay between the hardware and software. Hardware will be CPU, system RAM, GPU, video RAM, and motherboard, and software will be Windows 10 professional operating system in our case, a DirectX 11 API and Nvidia driver, and the game engine that's rendering F1 2018 PC game. 20 FPS if the game supports SLI, and I believe F1 2018 PC game supports SLI. That means the FPS will be double when I'm going to add secondary Titan RTX video card in SLI, and I do have secondary video Titan RTX video card, and if it's going to support the SLI, I'm going to show you guys an SLI. That means the game will be playable status, maybe not comfortable playable, but it's going to be playable status way above 30 FPS when 2 Titan RTXs will be in SLI. 100% GPU utilization, that means that SLI will be scaling perfectly, guys. That's an excellent scenario. 99-100% GPU utilization, that means that we're utilizing all our 4608 CUDA cores. Okay, and this is running stock. As you can see, stock, we're not even reaching 300 watts. When I'm going to overclock the Titan RTX, we're going to reach 300 watts. Guys, please keep in mind that I'm recording this video as again in real time, and I'm recording my voice in real time, and I'm using the artificial intelligence through the CPU that removing some noise fan from my voice, and it can distort my voice a little bit, so my voice can be sounding kind of squeaky sometimes, but pretty much it doesn't reflect the FPS. It's not RTX voice, which is excellent application to remove noise from your audio recording, but it consumes some GPU performance. So I'm using the CPU noise reduction from the AI, and it's only like 2% of the CPU usage, and it doesn't reflect our FPS at all. Check it out, average FPS 20 FPS. Actually, this heavy rain average FPS demonstrated a little bit lower FPS on a heavy rain. So that's why I decided to test, guys, all kind of different presets, because sunny and heavy rain, because from a different type of presets of the visual presets, such as very low and maximum visuals, is going to be different in terms of FPS on those two different type of scenario in this particular game. Okay, hopefully guys this makes sense. So settings, as again, video mode will be unchanged, and I'm going to go ahead and overclock the Titan RTX in a second. Still medium preset. Let me go ahead and overclock the Titan RTX, and now we're gonna see how well Titan RTX can handle it. So 20 FPS was on heavy rain. Let's go ahead and overclock the Titan RTX, as again this is not going to be for the beginners. It's going to be a little bit of confusing over here, I understand. Please check out my video how to overclock the video card and how to overclock the Titan RTX for those who's curious. But I'm going to overclock it. I know that most likely you don't see what's going on the screen. That's fine. In a few seconds, guys, let me use the zoom tool actually, so you're gonna see what's going on. So I'm using the MS Afterburner. I'm gonna color in the profile the stable overclock on Titan RTX, which is the maximum possible safest home safe environment overclock through the software, and gonna bring 10%. That's exactly what is the software overclock should bring to us. So as again, 16K video resolution, medium preset, Titan RTX to the maximum possible overclock now. Heavy rain, let's go ahead and test it. You saw 20 FPS when Titan RTX was running stock. Now we're gonna go ahead and have a look at Titan RTX when it's overclocked. But as again, I already know it's going to be 10% of the performance. Do that any software overclock to the maximum software overclock will bring that additional 10%, that like a window for you dedicated by the factory of the video card, just in case. It's like a safe barrier to make the product as a home safe environment product. But you can overclock it, it's still going to be great, guys. Any video card can be overclocked to the software safely, and I was overclocking my first video card Voodoo 3 2000 since in 2001 through the software, and since then I was overclocking all kind of different video cards, and 10% performance boost. No matter what video card you're using, no matter what techniques you're using in a software overclock, it will be always 10% of the performance boost, guys. Please keep that in mind. Look at that, the game looks amazing in a heavy rain, medium preset. It's just unbelievable visuals for the F1 2018 PC game. And FPS has increased 24 FPS average. Check it out, guys. Latency delay is also decreased. Latency delay in terms of that MS value at the left top corner, we want to keep as low as possible. FPS, which is frames per second value at the left top corner, we want to keep as high as possible. The latency delay in terms of the MS will be comfortable gameplay below 10 milliseconds, which will be very comfortable gameplay without any stuttering, any lag. The latency delay below 20 milliseconds will be comfortable gameplay, but maybe will show sometimes a little bit of stuttering. Below 30 milliseconds is going to be playable status in 30 milliseconds, and above 30 milliseconds is going to start showing some lag and stuttering. And when your latency delay above 150 160 milliseconds, this is exactly when stuttering, lag comes in, and it's not going to be a playable status, only benchable status. But the purpose of this video is just to benchmark it and compare with the future GPU technologies, with the future PC systems. So RTX 3090 video card Ampere GPU architecture will show here 1.8 times in terms of the FPS performance boost, guys, as minimum when it's going to be utilized at 100%, and it's going to be utilized at 100% with all its CUDA cores. Check it out, we increase in terms of the FPS 3 extra FPS, so exactly 10%. I would say in our case it was over 10%, it was 15% additional boost we received through the overclock. This is the case because I'm recording with Nvidia ShadowPlay. It should be exactly 10%. Sometimes it could be above, it depends what kind of game you're running. So in our case we just received 15% performance boost from my overclock. Alright, so let me go ahead, guys, and go and switch the settings now. So right now Titan RTX is running overclock. I am not going to test Titan RTX overclock at very low, because pretty much very low was stressing the CPU. The reason why I showed you very low in 16K video resolution when even the texture is running low, just to show you how the CPU will reflect and CPU core usage for those professional users, so they will focus at the left top corner throughout that type of minutes in the video. Hopefully guys it makes sense for you. So advanced settings, I'm going to go now to the ultra high, which is maximum possible visuals. Let's go ahead and have a look. It took like 1 second to apply the settings. As again, 16K video resolution, ultra high preset, visual preset, benchmark mode. Let's go ahead and have a look. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the clear, and I'm going to test it as a heavy rain as well. So let's go ahead and have a look. Clear, maximum visuals, F1 2018 PC game, Titan RTX is overclock, 16K video resolution, Turing GPU architecture. Pretty much if I'm going to add 13900K Intel CPU, which is the fastest CPU in 2022, this is the year when I'm recording this video, November 6, 2022. So if I'm going to add that CPU, 13900K, with overclock like way above 5 gigahertz, we're going to improve performance in terms of the FPS at least 10%, but maximum will be 15% as a maximum performance increase in terms of the FPS, but it's going to cost you about $500 as a minimum. So it doesn't mean there is no sense into that. Keep that in mind. You better increase and better put better video card if you're into PC gaming, especially this is 3D rendering in real time that used in PC gaming. Okay, not in 3D rendering applications, because those type of applications are not using in real time 3D rendering. They're using a lot of post processes and such, and it's a lot of much heavier than 3D rendering real time APIs such as DX10 DX11 API, Vulkan API, OpenGL APIs, etc. Hopefully guys this makes sense. As again, the FPS is still almost 20 FPS, the video RAM utilization above 24,000 megabytes, the maximum VRAM on Titan RTX is 24,468 megabytes if I'm not mistaken, and as you can see my system RAM utilization is almost 16,000 megabytes. So we started with the much lower amount in terms of the system RAM utilization, and I think we already offloaded around 2 gigabytes into the system RAM. I think we started almost 13,000 megabytes for system RAM utilization at very low. So we offloaded the 2 gigabytes of the data from the video RAM into system RAM, so to avoid the crash. Okay, but it's still utilization. We almost maxing out our video RAM utilization at the left top corner. So there is a possibility that VRAM utilization around 28 gigabytes under the 16K video resolution under the heavy possible preset, which is the maximum visuals. Look at this, average FPS 18 FPS. Alright, this is on a sunny day. Let's go ahead and check out the benchmark on heavy rain. 18 FPS, very great result. Heavy rain, let's go ahead and have a look at that. And but yeah guys, so yeah, we can improve at least 10% of the performance boost, so it could be like solid 20-22 probably FPS if I'm going to add 13,900K and I'm going to be using the Titan RTX video card, the same video card. We're going to kind of unlock a little bit more performance out of our Titan RTX, because right now we're running Titan RTX at 100%. That means that I'm utilizing every single CUDA core available on our GPU, and right now we only bottleneck by my i9-9900K at 5.3 gigahertz. It's still the fastest possible i9-9900K in home safe environment, 24/7 stable overclock on this CPU, but the better CPU with better instruction per clock, which means that newer generations, that same frequency but better instruction per clock, it can push more instruction per same clock, per same frequency, it will deliver a better result, and 13,900K can do that, but it's only going to be 10, maximum 15% if we're talking 5-10 years difference. 15% as a maximum in terms of the FPS, because pretty much it's going to unleash the full capabilities and performance of the Turing GPU architecture with those type of CPUs in 2023, in 2024, by adding newer, much better CPUs after 2025, and Turing GPU architecture such as Titan RTX video card is not going to bring us to anywhere. It's still going to be the same amount of the FPS, because we're going to reach the point when we no longer bottlenecking by the CPU, and CPU is not waiting not even a millisecond or nanosecond for the GPU. It's processing it immediately. But it's going to happen with the CPU probably in generations of from 2025. You're watching 2025, guys, as minimum, because this is 16K video gameplay, 16K gaming, 16K gameplay, guys, 16K UHD, which is 16 divided by 9 aspect ratio, 16K resolution, rendered in real time. This is impressive, guys, and there is no such a display yet 16K video resolution, but emulation right here is 100% native, and we're emulating 16K native resolution render, just like it's going to send that signal. But instead of, we're not sending the signal to 16K resolution screen, we're sending the signal to 8K resolution screen. So we're downscaling the signal, which for Turing GPU architecture may be the difference 1 FPS. So plus minus 1 FPS when you're going to run this on 16K resolution screen native, or you're gonna downscale and run it to 8K resolution native. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. 20 FPS. So actually, heavy rain is, wow, heavier under maximum visuals. Alright, so I showed you that, and let me show you how I would play it real quick before I'm going to keep moving. Graphics design. So this is how I would play this game, guys, and I would keep shadows at probably low, smoke shadows at low, particles high, crowd high, mirrors probably high. It doesn't matter high or ultra. Maybe we can say 1 FPS. It's going to be nice if it's possible, because pretty much when we are running 16K video resolution, the resolution of those mirrors, those maps will be, those textures, materials will be increased anyways. Ambient occlusion taxing a lot on the Turing GPU architecture, at least 10%, so it's going to be at least like a couple FPS. So I'm going to turn it off. What it does is pretty much creating on every single edge of on the 3D model, when two polygons stitching together, it's creating an edge. It's creating the darkest spots there, so it's kind of fakeish, kind of lighting effect. So it's kind of creating like more extra shadows to it. Okay, screen space reflection texting, also great amount of the GPU performance power on Turing GPU architecture. So I'm gonna do it to the medium. Everything else will be maximum possible visuals. This is how I would play it in 16K video resolution, and I think it's still going to be like maxed out. So let's go ahead and have a look, and I'm going to go ahead and do the heavy rain cycle, run benchmark test. Let's go ahead and have a look if we're going to improve in terms of the FPS, and if it's going to be possible to play very comfortably with two Titan RTXs and SLI. If, as again, the game is supporting two Titan RTXs and SLI. I never tried this game with two Titan RTXs and SLI yet. The secondary Titan RTX is not installed on the system to avoid hot air pocket. It's installed in my workstation, dual Xeon. But look at this, way above 20 FPS average. That's great. That means that around 40 FPS with two Titan RTXs and SLI, if the SLI is supported, and should be supported in this particular game, if I'm not mistaken, which is Formula 1 2022 PC game. So RTX 4090 video card shows at least 3 times more of the performance, guys. 100% GPU utilization, at least when it comes to Titan RTX and RTX 4090 video card, which is the either GPU architecture. Imagine 3 times. It's like 3 times perfectly scaled Titan RTXs together without any lag. Working like native, which is it is in ADA GPU architecture on RTX 4090 that I'm about to test over UHDking.com in this particular game as well. But imagine over here like 70 FPS average. This is at least 3x, but usually I would say when the ADA GPU architecture in form of the RTX 4090 video card is utilized at 100%, it's going to be 3.3, 3.4 times performance boost, because when the ADA GPU architecture RTX 4090 video card compared with the RTX 3090 Ti video card, which is flagship in the Ampere GPU architecture, which is still newer GPU architecture when it comes to Turing GPU architecture, the performance boost is at least 1.8 times. Okay, so you gotta double it, 3.6. So 3.6 versus single Titan RTX, the ADA GPU architecture should demonstrate. This is from mathematical points of views, and it should be the case if the GPU will be utilized at 100%. So I cannot wait to test this game with RTX 4090 video card. Too bad that RTX 4090 video card will be limited with 24 GB of the video RAM, and I just demonstrated to you, and most likely I'm going to demonstrate it for you as a fact throughout the video. when I'm going to get the RTX 4090. That is going to be limited by the 24 gigabyte of the video RAM. So Nvidia limited the either GPU capabilities with 24 gigabyte of the video RAM. So hopefully Nvidia will release much better RTX 4090 Ti video card, or the newer Titan King, and that Titan King will featuring at least 36 gigabyte of the video RAM. But it's going to be neat if it's going to be at least 48 gigabyte of the video RAM, because you need to have 48 gigabyte of the video RAM to explore the technology out of the ADA GPU architecture in RTX 4090 video card under the 16K video resolution. This is exactly why you need that card, guys. Okay, so average FPS 22 FPS. So improve in terms of the FPS by a little bit, but pretty much the same deal. This is how I would play it. So let me click the game and let me show you something, guys. By the way, on the background, this is the photo of my system. This is exactly what I'm running. I'm running Corsair H150i Pro 360mm radial AO with three 120mm fans. So if you're looking to build use system i9 9900K at 5.3 GHz, all what you need to have 360mm AO, and shut down 2 physical cores and shut down hyper-threading technology and clock it to 53 external multiplier to achieve 5.3 GHz. But as again, I'm going to create a video tutorial how to overclock Intel Core i9 9900K safely and the best results over the UHDking.com that you don't want to miss. So guys, by the way, for those who's curious, before we're going to jump in, here's some giveaway for you guys. My gift, because this is the world's first 16K video resolution in F1 2018 PC game. So I decided, why not? 16K video resolution in a Formula 1 2018. I gotta do some present for you. And I'm going to give away a full game of F1 2018 PC game. I know a lot of fans still playing this game, those cuckoos with the steering wheels and such, and they're watching this video. So if you don't own the license, or if you like the game, if you're a newcomer, if this is the game that you want to play, keep in mind that this game will be playable on any computer that you purchase in 2020 or newer, at least in 1080p, no problem. And this is the code that you're going to use under the Steam game client with a new account or with your existing account. The game is prepaid. It's a legal full game for you, and please activate to the first activator. Let us know who you are in the comments below. I'm just curious who activated this, and stick around. If you didn't win this time, you're gonna win next time, guys. Support me, smash that like button, subscribe, positive comments, share it with your friends, visiting my sponsors. More giveaways will come, guys, and I'm gonna invest that pennies back to you guys. All right, so go ahead and activate that. Let us know who you are. And as again, so you saw the CPU utilization was perfect throughout the 16K video resolution gameplay in F1 2018 PC game. But let me zoom in for you and show you something real quick, guys. So this is my display, as again 16K video resolution. This is how it was set. It was emulated. It's 8K resolution native with the Nvidia DSR, and Nvidia driver is modified, and it was recording in 8K video resolution without 8K video codec that is available with the hardware acceleration for the RTX 4090 video card and RTX 4000 video cards, and new video cards Turing GPU architecture doesn't support it. Hardware acceleration through the hardware on the Titan RTX, keep that in mind. But I modified the Nvidia driver and unlocked that capability. That capability was available to us, and thanks God that Nvidia unlocked the Nvidia ShadowPlay recording in 8K video resolution. So only consumes less than 10%, but Nvidia ShadowPlay is the best screen capture software out there because it's utilizing the hardware and software at the same time. So guys, this is my GPU. As you can see, some information about the GPU for those who's curious that building the used system. This is going to be a great buy for $350–400 on eBay, used like new in the end of 2023. If you're looking to play 8K video resolution or above 8K video resolution, you want to buy 2 of them and SLI. Hopefully the title that you're playing supports SLI. That means it's going to be DirectX 9 API, DirectX 10 API, DirectX 11 API. Some game supports an OpenGL SLI, and some even supports under the Vulkan API SLI. But verify before you're gonna buy it. Otherwise, go ahead and buy yourself RTX 4060 video card will be the best, but you're gonna be limited in terms of the video RAM, so you're not gonna be playing games in 8K resolution. So you gotta decide. So hopefully my video explained to you within the facts how to decide. OpenCL, as you can see, 16K video resolution is maximum rendable resolution under the OpenGL. Under the Vulkan API, will be the case as well. So that's why 16K video resolution is the maximum rendable resolution, while you can render 32K resolution textures. But when it comes to 3D viewport, 3D surface renderable, 16K resolution is the maximum, guys. No matter what are you trying to talk here, even on the DirectX 12 API, DirectX 11 API, 16K video resolution is the maximum. Alright, guys. So Titan RTX was running on an overclock, as you can see. When Titan RTX running stock, it's hair slower than RTX 3080 video card in terms of the GPU performance, but it's featuring more video RAM, because Titan RTX featuring 24GB of the video RAM, and RTX 3080 video card is not even featuring 12GB of the video RAM. So it's not going to render 16K video resolution in F1 2018 PC game, and in a lot of games in 16K video resolution, which is the older games, because the video RAM lack. It doesn't have enough video RAM. Hopefully, guys, this makes sense. But Titan RTX video RAM GDR6 is much slower than video RAM on RTX 3080 video card by about 100GB. But right now, my Titan RTX video RAM is overclocked by 120GB per second additional boost just through this 1250 MHz additional set under the MS Afterburner, which is 2500 megahertz reflection on the Titan RTX GDR6 Samsung, and I boosted up by 120GB, and I'm much faster than RTX 3090 video RAM right now. But let me bring it to stock, and you're gonna see the stock Titan RTX SSD 10% slower, and the pixel free rate will be 10 gigapixels per second slower. Textual free rate will be 30 gigatexels per second slower, and bandwidth will be 120 gigabytes per second slower. And that is twice faster just from the Titan RTX overclock. We receive twice more bandwidth that we are capable to push throughout system RAM. That's why when the game offloading, the game engine or video driver offloading some data from the video RAM into the system RAM, it's way slower, and as you can see, double slow. I receive 120 gigabytes bandwidth performance just from the video RAM overclock, and this is twice faster than my system RAM bandwidth is capable to push. So you can see how slow it will be. It's 15 times slower than video RAM, my system RAM today on this system. Please keep that in mind. So when game engine offloading some data from a video RAM into the system RAM or into the storage, the FPS is dropping dramatically, and milliseconds in terms of the latency delay is increasing above 160 milliseconds, like 300 milliseconds, 350 milliseconds, and FPS is low, like 6 FPS. This is a clear sign that you're overloading your VRAM, but the game engine is struggling keeping you without the crashing the game, and the FPS is slow, and everything is so slow. This is a clear sign, guys. This is what I learned throughout my benchmarks, throughout my test. Anyways, the benchmarks was done without the Nvidia ShadowPlay recording. Please keep that in mind. Is again to achieve 5.3 GHz on the Core i9-9900K. I disabled 2 physical cores in the BIOS, disabled the hyper-threading technology, which is 8 logical cores, and I'm only running 6 physical cores, 6 physical threads, but 5.3 GHz. So pretty much it's acting as i5 9600K instead of 9900K i9. But as again, we even didn't utilize 50% of our CPU, so we even didn't utilize fully 4 cores. So if I'm going to add additional cores, I'm not bottlenecked by the cores, and if I'm going to add additional cores on my CPU, I'm only going to increase the latency delay and not increase the FPS, but decrease actually the FPS maybe by a little bit, because CPU will become slower. Please keep that in mind. Alright, this is my motherboard, the fastest possible DDR4 that I was running, which is 1600 MHz times 2, which is reflection of the 3200 MHz output. CL11, not CL16, not CL14, not even CL13, CL11. The low value in terms of the latency is the best. And 1T command, it was running dual channel 128-bit, but I was running 4 sticks, which is the best possible scenario, 8 GB of each, 32 GB total. 4800 MHz on my CPU cache frequency, which is 48 multiplier, also overclock. As again, the DDR4 was by Corsair 5000 MHz, CL18, which is 2500 MHz times 2. 5000 megahertz, CL18, but unstable on this type of motherboard because it's a Micron chips, not a Samsung chips. It's like the latency, not the frequency, so I utilize its memory to the best. Alright, guys. and this is Titan RTX under this preset, and this is how it bench. You're gonna look your eye at the single thread performance for the PC games in 2022 or all the PC games, not the multi-thread value, because multi-thread value it's only like 3D rendering, some other video encoding. When every single CPU core is utilized at 100%, this is when you're going to take the advantage. And let me go through some CPUs just to show you. Go ahead and press the pause button as comparison. As you can see, I was a hair slower than the much newer CPU by the AMD. It was a great result. So pretty much this is the fastest possible scenario for the i9-9900K. So pretty much my i9-9900K running like 11,900K, a hair slower maybe, okay? So like a CPU from 2021, but the CPU is from 2018. Today you look at the technology that was available to us in 2018. Titan RTX was available in 2018, and Intel Core i9-9900K was available in 2018. So the 16K video resolution F1 2018 PC game was available to us since 2018. Okay, please keep that in mind. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. And today is, as again for those naysayers, today is November 6, 2022. This technology was available back in 2018. Today you watch the future. Today you watch the 2025 as minimum, when the enthusiasts will be receiving 16K video resolution, or will be building 4K video resolution screens into 16K video resolution on the video cards such as RTX 4000 series video cards, which is allow us completely to do that, or 5000 RTX 5000 series video cards will be featuring much newer display port, which is 2.1, to do that on the Nvidia video cards with the RTX 5000 series. And people will be building 16K video resolution enthusiasts. It's going to start like 2024, 2025, but today you watch the native 16K video resolution and whatever it takes to render on the first capable video card, which is Turing GPU architecture. Titan RTX video card is capable to run F1 2018 PC game or Formula 1 2018 PC game in 16K video resolution as a gameplay, as a benchmark. Alright guys, right now I'm putting some great videos for you to check it out. Go ahead and check it out. There's going to be positive comments. Check out the comments, descriptions, and check out some great videos. Smash that like button. My name is UHD King, aka I play 4K, aka I play 8K, aka I play 16K, and now you know exactly why UHD King, or why I play 16K. Smash that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys till the next time.